Well, Frank, it's good to see the reversal of the red card. Obviously, the tackle, though, has already spoilt that test match because it was an absolute cliffhanger until they were 14 men.
Yes, definitely. Really disappointed that, obviously, that he had to go off. But, in the decision in the first place for the first yellow card, because, it was obviously part of their plan, the Springboks, to get in and upset and be really physical with the All Blacks and, to have a big part of it taken away on a mistake, was very disappointing. But, you don't get test matches like that very often anymore, and it was certainly one to savour.
You'd have spent half your career in the bin if you send people off for tackles like that, wouldn't you, Frank?
Yeah, exactly. And guess what? It's a sign of the times, because I don't think I was only sent to the sin bin once. I think I was given a yellow card for swearing at the referee. But it was very early on in the days of cards, and I said to him, well, what do I do? Do I have to take it and put it in, hold on to it? Or something? He goes, actually, I don't know. And, we were a little confused. So I just went off to the bin, and afterwards I came back and said, sorry, nothing personal. He goes, no, I didn't make nothing personal out of it. So times have moved on, but, there's a lot of fun there.
I think we are a bit too quick with the cards, though. We've got to remember a lot of people have paid a lot of money to see this top-class encounter, and it has such a big effect on the game. We've got to be absolutely sure we're making the right calls when we're taking people off the field.
Definitely. And, it's the reaction, you get that a lot more from the French, the Italians, mainly, I guess, who aren't really used to the big hits like that, and the physicality, really.
So because of that, it's very hard to judge exactly how dominant we were. Obviously won the game, but had our noses in front at that stage, and they never looked like coming back at us, really, did they?
No, not from there. I mean, and Bismarck, wasn't it?
Yes.
Bismarck Duplessis was, he was a central figure in that as well, and he plays that way. He's he's a guy who likes to pressure you, to be in your face and enforce errors and uncertainty, and that's obviously the way he was playing. And he always does, but to be able to take a strike weapon like that away, it really made them have to work extra hard, and the job was going to be hard enough as it was, but to come back from there, very, very unlikely. But they still made a good fist of it. I mean, they're confident. They made some mistakes. We made some mistakes. The game wasn't perfect, but it had a lot of things to it. The essence was pretty good. I mean, you got to say that that was a test match that took you back a little bit.
I was very impressed with the young guys. I know Dan Carter, Richie McCaw are hanging on now to, what must be tenuous careers because of physical injuries. I think we can be confident now the guys in behind are able to do the job. Barrett was a case in point, an outstanding appearance under pressure. Yeah, for sure. It's funny you used the term, hanging out, or hanging on, sorry, in terms of Richie and Dan. And the fact of the matter is they are. But we've done good work, over recent years in developing people. So I don't think that there's a huge worry anymore, and I thought Beauden Barrett was outstanding, actually. And, he comes on, he's assured, he's got pace, and boy, it's going to be a huge battle between himself and Aaron Cruden, when the time finally does come. And, you'd almost think that based on last week's performance that Beauden Barrett, has he nudged ahead, or does he show, more potential even, especially with ball in hand. Also, I know you're a fan of players using their own initiative on the field, and we saw that with Charles Piutau, for instance, come on and added a little bit of natural flair, and I just loved his energy. Yeah,
definitely. You're playing rugby for a reason. You're playing because you enjoy the game, you want to compete, and can get to the very top. And you play it because you've got certain skills and abilities. And, you've said it before yourself, Tom, there's been many a good player spoiled or ruined by coaches or coaching.
it still happens. You've got to get out there and you've got to play the game, not so much for yourself, but you've got to add to it. You got picked for a certain reason, and there's no sense in getting selected for teams higher up the ladder and then going into your shell. So opportunities to get out there and show some initiative and have a go and enjoy yourself, and as long as you stay within a basic structure, and you got to take into account a lot of things, but your team and what they need from you at that time. There's no reason why you can't chance your arm every now and then and have a go, as long as you're not doing anything silly. And I think most coaches will allow you that.
You'd have a lot of interest in the midfield prospects. The week before we saw Francis Saili, and he's made a good contribution at ITM Cup since, of course, but I thought great promise there, and if you think that Sonny Bill might come back, maybe we don't need to worry about that either.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows what Sonny Bill's going to be doing. Drums are betting that he's coming back sooner rather than later, but you watch him playing rugby league, and he's gone over there and he's just set the competition on fire and slotted in, and he's really enjoying what he does. There's no doubt that he gives whatever he does, he gives 100% to, so you can't fault him there. You'd love to see him come back. I'm sure the Chiefs would, but for New Zealand rugby and looking further ahead to World Cup, he'd be a great asset to have. Not just in terms of what he does on the field, but he's got a lot of experience. He's played a lot of finals, football, and been in pressure situations. And for a guy like Francis Saili to be able to learn, off someone like him, to be outstanding. And we have got a lot of other guys, on their way as well. Not just Francis. I can't even think of them now. There's a few, but I think we are looking pretty good in terms of looking ahead, 2, 3, 4 years.
Just a final word about the championship. It's nice to see Argentina bounce back with that horrible thumping in the first round, but it's so important that they stay competitive, and they weren't that much inferior to Australia.
No. They're going to beat someone, and it's probably going to be in Argentina, and it's probably going to be Australia. But they're a team that they've always punched above their weight. Got guys living all over the world. Very few based in Argentina. Don't have a really strong domestic competition. Everything against them. I don't think they turned professional. I don't even know if it's professional in Argentina at the moment. Probably not fully professional, but everything's been against them, and it's going to happen for them. It's going to happen for them sooner rather than later. So, I really enjoy the style. I enjoy they're hell of a nice people, really hospitable, and they just give their all whenever they play. So. I'm actually looking forward to them getting a win, as long as it's not against us.